Hey everyone, our word these last 2 weeks has been wisdom. And boy, life experiences are what really give us the kind of wisdom that stays with us. You can get knowledge from a book and from words spoken, insight, but real wisdom, sometimes it's graduating from the school of hard knocks that gives us that. And so I encourage all of you, and I'm encouraging myself, don't beat yourself up for what you couldn't have learned any other way. Maya Angelou said it best. When you know better, you do better. And so stop kicking yourself for the things you didn't know and the lessons you could have only learned by making mistakes or slipping up. I have a great example that's not monumental, but maybe it will help some of you. My mom, my wonderful mom, moved to Sarasota, and she's moving into an assisted living community, which is like this wonderful resort where they sing Jimmy Buffett songs in the lobby and they have happy hours. I mean, it's not your normal assisted living kind of place. It's awesome. But before she made the decision to do this, she sold her house. As we were investigating her options, we learned that there is veterans subsidies available. My father fought in the Korean War, and so she could have received a monthly check that would help defray the costs of assisted living, except because she sold her house and had liquid assets, she was rendered ineligible. Had we known, we would have not sold the house. But these are the kinds of things you don't know until you know. And fortunately, it's not a make or break situation. It's just sort of I wish I'd known that. It's like all those typos in my field. When anything goes into the printed form, you kvetch and moan about missing something or having an error in print or a typo. And invariably, no matter how many eyes look at a project, there's a mistake. But man, once that mistake happens, you never make it again because you are so hyper aware to it. And we can't live our lives on this balance beam of perfection and walk on a tightrope. We're gonna fall. And that's why I always encourage you to embrace your flawsomeness. You are awesome, but you're flawed. Embrace it. Because if our happiness depends on our performance or how people perceive our performance, then we are on a seesaw of emotions, a roller coaster of emotions, and we feel as good about ourselves depending on how well we perform. And we are not human doings. We are human beings. Right now, in this moment, is what we have. We can be grateful for all the lessons learned. That's how we become better and not bitter. We say, yeah, well, I won't want to go through that again, but I sure learned something, and I'm wiser for it. This is a lesson about no regrets and lots of self-love and forgiveness. So wisdom was a great word for the last 2 weeks, and I'm saying a prayer now and asking, what do we need for the next two to guide us through? I'm digging deep into the bag, and the answer is exploration. Ooh, that is good, because as we're seeking wisdom on a thing, sometimes we have to look under a few rocks and look in places we've never considered before. So thinking a little bit outside of the box, exploring new options. You may have a dream and may think that there's only one way to get there, but there might be a million other ways to get there. Exploring those opportunities. Mark gave me a great example the other day. He said that when he was a kid, his brother and he would wax the car together. And when he was done his side, his brother said, okay, now let's switch sides. And Mark was like, but we already waxed our sides. And he said, no, I'm going to catch what you missed, and you're going to catch what I missed. And in that is wisdom and getting a new set of eyes and ears and insights into whatever you may be grappling with. Explore it. Explore uncharted territories and options that you may not have considered before. And hopefully, you'll come up with new solutions you may have never come up with if you hadn't explored new options. So that's one way to look at exploration. Another one is, hey, take a trip. Plan something fun. Get out of town. Get out of Dodge. Sometimes you need to explore something new. And you know what? If you're not happy where you are, there's no harm or foul in investigating something else. It doesn't mean you have to leave your current situation, but see what else is out there. Maybe you'll find a new appreciation for what you have. So here we go. Darling, let's be explorers. Have a great couple of weeks.